Cavill. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. The Blue Devils have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Groupers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Groupers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Duke's offense will get the ball for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top.
Wasting no time taking a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply did not.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here on the first play of their second drive.
Some misdirection with the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said.
And that's going to be a safety. They prevented the touchdown by falling on him, and they'll give up the deuce. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Oh, he's got a chance. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Tosses it incomplete. Let's talk for just a minute about Duke. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
On the move, it's Moore. Makes it past the marker. Oh, a lot of space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fears the pressure. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Took care of it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Using his legs, it's Craig. Running into the open space. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. The Groupers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He might want another play. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
The inside handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Duke. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Tight end now in motion. The give on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll pull it on the read. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And the Groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll run it again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. The Blue Devils are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Right on the money. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Blue Devils have this offense rolling. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Blue Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Devils. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 4 over East Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged in the middle. It's Sheffield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The groupers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sheffield. And an explosive play, has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the groupers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now
he's loose. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Holds and fires complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Blue Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Looking for the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The play action fake. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
No good. And the deficit is still huge after the missed field goal, down by 23. The Groupers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the 1st half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Looking for space. It's Moore. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this 1st game. The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
There he goes! That's a high ball! Defense grabs the football, and there he goes!
And I tell you what, man, you got to do a better job of taking care of the football. I got to know I got the 1st down. Running backs, this is job security. You better handle that thing well, Palmer.
And because of that, David, you might see another running back jog out in the field the next time this offense takes it. We're seeing a lot more of that around college football now. There's a lot of committees out there, committee approach. One way to get yourself on the bench very quickly, put the rock on the ground. That's a coachable lesson for that young man.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Quick spin on the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Sheffield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And some room to work. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Duke. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play, and this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now this offense will take the field again. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. And the groupers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Quick release on the RPO. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. The groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll take it on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Leaves it with the running back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the Groupers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Right back to him on the ground. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Groupers will send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Duke! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Groupers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Kelly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They didn't get a whole lot of yardage there, but the big fullback slammed his way and got what he could.
Listen, that's what you're supposed to do, catch the football. I'm not expecting that guy to catch the ball and make big plays after he catches it, but catch it, give me some positive yards, mission accomplished.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more concerned.
It's a running room. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressiveness.
Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Walters. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Looking for a crease, it's Craig. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The groupers decide to punt it away. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture. And this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and then running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to take a shot. It's him in stride inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back and leaves it. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the groupers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a man, it's Walters. Setting up the screen. There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off play action. He's going up top here late in the game. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The groupers line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happen today. It's
picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Brown. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they
fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Gets the back moving. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And the groupers will punt this one away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want to do.